Good morning, folks. Welcome to Quantsapp. This is Vicky Sajnani speaking from Quantsapp. Let's start the morning market briefing with SGX Nifty pointers pointing to about a 120 points cut. Yesterday we saw 16,581 on Nifty and kind of a flattish nuance on the Nifty Bank also, which was 35,399. As I said, that the SGX Nifty is pointing to a 120 points cut. That's what we are seeing. Looking at the charts, essentially what we can see is kind of 16,389, 16,300, 16,000 being the support, and close to 16,500 being the resistance point, as seen for these horizontal lines which I've drawn on the charts. Kind of from the open interest, again, we are seeing some kind of a fresh short coming in on the Nifty chart. As seen, we had seen some amount of short and then shorts built up prior and some slippages and then some long unwindings. But clearly, I mean, there is some mixture of data out here. Also, the hangover of possible hangover of RBI meeting, which is on Wednesday, is keeping the market a little topsy-turvy, I would say. Nifty open interest, again, pointing to thereabouts of 16,800 on the higher side, and you can see 16,400 being 16,400, 300 being the support zone, essentially. So maximum OI, what we can see is around close to 17,200 thereabouts for the call, and roughly maximum OI being seen at close to 16,300 for the put OI. Again, now let's move on to the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, I think the major support zone being 36,429 thereabouts, and 35,000 on the lower side, 34,919. That's what I am getting the level. So 36,500 on the higher side and 34,900 on the lower side, being the approximate range. Again, a mix. Clearly, I mean, you can see the open interest chart. There is a mix of nuance there, and we are not seeing some kind of a major, outcome here as such. Moving on to Bank Nifty, again, major levels being 36,000 on the higher side and 35,000 on the lower side. And that's clearly evident from the option strike open interest pattern also, what we are seeing. Now moving on to top gainers, which were there, Rain, Bajaj Auto, JSW Steel, and the top losers being India Bulls Housing, Coforge, and IEX. Moving on, index contribution, we are seeing a negative nuance from the NBFC's oil space, and a positive nuance from metals, autos, private banks. Much of the action happened from the metals space yesterday. Again, now moving on to the built up in the sector wise, we are seeing longs coming in autos and fertilizer, cap goods, cement, FMCG on the short side, auto ancillary on the short side, auto ancillary on the unwinding, long unwinding end, and we are seeing IT also on the long unwinding end. Now coming on to the specific stocks, I'm looking at Balrampur Chini here, and we are seeing 420, 430 resistance on the higher side. with the 398 being the major support zone, 398.95 region. So 420 plus levels could be seen as a positive nuance for this stock. Again, we will have to see the pattern as the markets open up. Of course, they are opening up with a negative shade, kind of a negative shade, which SGX Nifty is indicating. So let's see how it pans out with respect to Balrampur Chini. You are seeing some kind of a long traction coming in offhand after a short covering, some amount of longs coming in. So let's see how this pans out. The open interest chart also is indicating that. Now looking at the strikes, open interest 420 again, as I pointed out, happens to be a stiff point. Possibly after that, the open interest shown is 450 for the calls, and for the puts, what we are seeing is 400 thereabouts being the support zone. So that's with respect to Balrampur Chini. Again, the other stock which is kind of on the negative side as of now, with the open interest going up and shorts getting built up, is a kind of a Muthoot Finance, which we are talking about. 1150 happens to the resistance point. Supports being around 1000. That's the shade which we are getting for Muthoot Finance. Now, looking at the shorts, there is clearly a short built up. There is some amount of shorts. There is intermittent longs which came in, but then I think this could be a candidate for a short nuance on the breakdown of 1000. So one would have to wait and watch how this pans out also during the day. The open interest pattern as seen out here is 1100 on the higher side, and 1000 being the support zone. As you can see, there is a substantial put OI there close to 1000 in Muthoot Finance. Again, for the stocks on the ban list, as of now, no stocks or no records found on the ban list. While Delta Corp is the possible entrant which is coming in, and I would like to now summarize 16,800, 16,300 Nifty range, possibly 36,000, 38,000 kind of a range. But the possible shade is 35,000 on the lower side and 36,000 on the higher side. Auto, fertilizer, capital goods, cement. Auto and fertilizer long built up. Capital goods, cement, short built up. Balrampur Chini levels 435, 420, 395 on the lower side. Muthoot Finance again 1150, 1100. 1065 and 1000 on the lower side. These are the support levels and resistance levels as written down. That's I think pretty much it from my side, and this is the necessary disclaimer from our end. And thank you for our cooperation at the early in this morning, and thank you for the morning brief. Thank you, folks.